This whole situation started with something that sounds almost too stupid to be real. A streamer opens a clip. The clip is short, really short. According to XQC, we might be talking about something around 5 seconds. And then suddenly, Twitch gets involved, copyright strikes get mentioned, and one of the biggest streamers on the internet ends up temporarily suspended. And the reason people are talking about this is not just because it happened to XQC. It is because this is one of those situations where the internet looks at it and says, wait, are streamers even allowed to react to anything anymore? Because 5 seconds does not sound like a huge deal. 5 seconds is basically nothing. That is shorter than most intros, shorter than most TikToks, shorter than the time it takes chat to start spamming L. But when the clip is connected to something like the World Cup, everything changes. And that is why this story is actually way bigger than just one streamer getting suspended. It is about live sports. It is about copyright. It is about reaction content. And it is about how dangerous streaming has become when everything happens in real time. So let's actually break down what happened, why people are reacting so strongly, and why this could be a warning for basically every creator who reacts to trending clips online. First, let's talk about XQC. Even if you do not watch him, you probably know the type of creator he is. He is not just a normal YouTuber who uploads a polished video once a week. He is a live streamer, and live streaming is a completely different world. Everything is fast. Everything is messy. Chat is moving. Links are being sent. Drama is happening. Clips are popping up everywhere. And the whole point of the stream is that you're watching someone react to the internet in real time. That is what made people like XQC so big. He can sit there, open random clips, react to drama, talk to chat, argue with people, watch something strange happen, and somehow turn that into hours of content. That is not an insult, by the way. That is literally the modern streaming formula. The stream becomes a live version of the internet. Whatever people are talking about, the streamer reacts to it with them, and that is why his audience shows up. They are not just watching the clip. They are watching his reaction to the clip. They are watching chat react to his reaction, and then that reaction becomes another clip. That is the loop. That is how modern creator culture works. But the problem is that copyright law does not really care about the loop. Copyright law does not care that chat wanted him to watch it. Copyright law does not care that the clip was short. Copyright law does not care that the moment was funny, viral, or trending. If protected footage is shown, especially from something as valuable as a World Cup match, that can become a problem very quickly. And that is where this situation starts to get serious. According to reports, XQC was temporarily suspended from Twitch after a copyright claim connected to World Cup footage. He later talked about it on Kick, and the part that really caught everyone's attention was when he suggested the issue might have come from a very short clip, around 5 seconds. Now, to a normal viewer, that sounds insane, because most people think of copyright like this. If you upload an entire movie, obviously that is bad. If you upload a full football match, obviously that is bad. If you upload a music video, obviously that is risky. But 5 seconds, that feels different. That feels like something that should not be enough to cause a major issue. And that is why people online started reacting. Because from the viewer's perspective, it feels like the punishment does not match the action. It feels like someone getting in trouble for accidentally looking at something for 2 seconds. But from the platform's perspective, and from the rights holder's perspective, it is not that simple. Sports footage is not normal content. Live sports are some of the most protected pieces of media in the world. Broadcasting rights are worth ridiculous amounts of money. Companies pay massive fees to show these events legally. TV networks pay for them. Streaming platforms pay for them. Advertisers build campaigns around them. Entire businesses are built around who is allowed to show the match, when they are allowed to show it, and where they are allowed to show it. So when a streamer shows even a small piece of that footage to thousands or millions of viewers, the companies involved may not see it as just a clip. They may see it as unauthorized use of protected content. And during a major global event like the World Cup, they are usually not relaxed about that. They are not sitting there thinking, it is fine. It was only a few seconds. They are thinking, this is our content. We paid for these rights. This footage is controlled. This is not supposed to be shown there. That is the part most viewers do not think about. Because to us, the internet feels like one giant shared conversation. Something happens. Someone clips it. Someone posts it. Someone reacts. Someone makes a meme. Someone makes an edit. Someone makes a commentary video. And suddenly the moment is everywhere. That feels normal now. But the legal side of the internet does not move like that. The legal side is slower, stricter, and way less fun. Does not care that a clip is part of the conversation. It cares who owns it. And that is the entire conflict in this story. The internet wants everything to be instantly reactable. Copyright owners want everything to be controlled. Streamers are stuck in the middle, and platforms like Twitch are stuck even harder in the middle, because they have to deal with the legal risk. If a copyright holder sends a claim, Twitch has to take it seriously. They cannot just ignore it because the streamer is popular. They cannot just say, well, it was probably only 5 seconds. That is not how platforms usually handle copyright claims. And if strikes are involved, the situation becomes even more serious. Because for a streamer, a strike is not just a little warning. It is a threat to their entire account. And for someone like XQC, an account is not just an account. It is a business. It is an audience. It is years of work. It is income. It is brand value. It is their connection to millions of viewers. So even a temporary suspension gets treated like a big deal, because the stakes are high. Now, some people are going to look at this and say, well, XQC should have known better. And honestly, that argument is not completely wrong. If you are a massive streamer, and you know you are live in front of a huge audience, you probably have to be extremely careful with live sports content, especially during the World Cup, because everyone knows sports rights are strict. Everyone knows match footage is dangerous. Everyone knows big events are watched closely. So from that angle, yes, streamers should probably avoid opening random match clips on stream, even if chat is spamming it, even if the clip is going viral, even if everyone on Twitter is posting it, because once it is on your stream, it becomes your problem. But there is another side too. A lot of viewers feel like the system is becoming way too aggressive, because when people hear that a tiny clip might lead to strikes or a suspension, they start wondering where the line even is. How short does a clip have to be? What counts as commentary? What counts as fair use? Does pausing and reacting make it okay? Does talking over it make it okay? What if the clip is already everywhere? What if the streamer did not know what was about to play? These are the questions creators deal with all the time, and the annoying answer is, there is no simple answer. There is no magic number of seconds that makes something automatically safe. People online love saying things like, oh, under 10 seconds is fine, or, as long as you react, it is fair use. But that is not really how it works. A short clip can still be copyrighted, a reaction can still be risky, and fair use is not a button you press before uploading. It is something that can be argued, and sometimes that argument only matters after there is already a claim. That is why creators hate copyright issues so much, because even when you think you are being careful, you can still get hit. And for live streamers, it is even worse. A normal YouTuber has time. They can edit, they can blur something, they can mute something, they can cut out a clip, they can check the video before it goes public. But a streamer does not have that safety net. A streamer is live. The moment happens instantly. If they click the wrong link, it is already on screen. If the clip plays automatically, it is already out there. If the audio comes through, it is already broadcast. There is no undo button for a live stream. And that is why the XQC situation is scary for creators, because it shows how quickly a normal stream moment can turn into a copyright issue. 1 second you are reacting to what the internet is talking about. The next second, your platform account is at risk. And the wild part is, this does not only apply to XQC. This applies to every reaction streamer, every commentary channel, every creator who uses clips, every person who builds content around trending moments. Because the internet is becoming more clip-based every year. People do not just want a summary. They want to see the moment. They want the clip. They want the reaction. They want the facial expression. They want the exact second where something went wrong. And creators know that. That is why they show clips. Because clips keep people watching. Clips make the story feel real. Clips give context. But the